Welcome to the Saturday session today. I want to talk about how badly you want something. How badly do you want a result? How badly do you want to be the new you, to change? This can be in body, mind, business, work, anything you want. Activity, hobbies, to name a few. How badly do you want something? Now, this is a question that only you can ask. I, as a coach, can lead you down the garden path, be the lighthouse, show you the way, but I can't put the work in. I can't do it for you. I wish I could. Actually, I kind of don't wish I could, because if I said to you right now, give me X amount of money and I will click my fingers and you will get the result, you won't know how you got there. Therefore, you won't be able to keep that result. You are where you are now because of the things that you've done before. I want to read a quote. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Habits. Habits then form discipline. And it's that discipline that we need to bring the defaults up, which actually are the defaults, the resetting of your defaults, is your discipline. Where do you fall back to when a day gets stressful? Where do you fall back to come Monday? You know, things happen, things get in the way. I'm not trying to void the reality of any situation that things might be stressful. You might wake up with a headache. You might not get a full night's sleep. You might not feel like training or going for a walk, or it's chucking down with rain, or it's freezing cold and you don't want to walk. That's fine, but what do we do to offset that and adjust? I always say, and you guys will know, that you should never miss twice. So yes, reality comes in, but let's be quick to get back on the horse, as they say, and to refocus and go towards the goals that we want. It's that self-talk of how badly do I want this? Do you really want it? And it is not about six-pack abs, boulder shoulders, bulging biceps, whatever it might be. Speedy runs, marathon attempts, you know? It's not about that. Everybody will have their own individual goals, and it's about making sure that you're constantly moving towards those. Because be under no illusion that if you don't really want it, it's not really going to come. It's just not going to happen. You know, so self-talk. 80% of anything is mindset. What goes on in your head, you know? The amount of times I've gone to the supermarket and said to myself, Johnny, you're a fucking idiot. Why have you forgotten that? How have you done that? You're an idiot this, idiot that. It's these moments that we want to change and develop into positivity, or even just wipe out the self-talk. For example, eating something bad, and then you realize that you've done said thing, and you might say, such a fatty for that. Zuzu and I say it to each other all the time, because we're trying to usher each other into the goals of where we said that we wanted to be, and holding each other accountable. And that's half of the battle, right? But it's that self-talk that then leads and can potentially lead to wheels coming off and you not achieving your goals, because you're constantly reminding yourself of the thing that you don't want to be. It's not good. Like, it's on its way, needs to be the type of mindset, like, I will get there eventually. If I just do these small compound things day by day, which are my new defaults. Journaling. Not even journaling, let's scrub that one off for a moment, but tracking food and daily output, whether that be steps as your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or actual exercise and a physical training program, or whatever it might be. Those should be your two non-negotiables, day in, day out. If you don't do those, you're not going to lead down to the goal that you need to be until you've done it for a long period of time, and then it can just be sort of, the word I'm looking for is completely escaped me, but you can be more intuitive with it. There's the word. I actually fired a client this week because it's just not working out. It's not about the money for me, right? The second payment was about to come out on a split pay, and I asked myself, is it really worth that? Nope. This person wasn't putting the work in. This person wasn't doing the things that we set out from day one to suggest to do. Took 3 or 4 weeks to implement, even just tracking properly and doing 10,000 steps a day. Even doing 8,000 steps a day would have been something, but it didn't happen. And now, 30 days in, there's some complaints about not getting the right result. And I then went back onto MyFitnessPal and saw that of 30 days, 10 of them weren't tracked. It's a third of the time wasn't tracked. Now, let's just go from easy maths. If you're on 1,500 calories and a third of it has been overshot, if we're going to keep on the third percentages, you're going to overeat by 500 calories every single day. And across those 10 days, instead of eating 15,000 calories, you've eaten 20,000 calories, resulting in not much weight loss and or weight gain, no progress being made, mental, mindset. You've actually overeaten on your 1,500 daily allowance by 3 days. So in 10 days, you've eaten it's probably 3.5 days worth of food. So you've eaten 13.5 days worth of food in 10 days. That's not going to get you a result. The whole purpose of this program is to make sure that we're eating as much as possible while still remaining to lose weight and or build muscle, whichever way round we're going to go, whichever journey you're on. So these are just things to focus on and to think about. Keep telling yourself why you're doing it, that you're making progress. 1% better every day is all we ask for, because 1% gains over time, if we draw a graph, end up going to here and then they'll just peak all of a sudden. Get your calculator out and times 1p by itself 30 times. And then at the next family event, when we're finally released from Corona lockdowns, you can ask somebody whether they want £1 million now or 1p to double every day for 30 days. You will end up with, I think it's like £10 million or something crazy like that. Just patience, persistence and patience. Small efforts day by day. Things will go up, things will come down. Investments, if we're talking in monetary terms, they don't just go straight up. Just like weight doesn't just go straight down. There are fluctuations. And if we get the numbers just right with calories and output, it should go down quite steadily. And you're not going to be hungry, you're going to be full of energy, you're going to sleep well, you're going to recover, you're not going to feel like you've been hit by a bus when we work out. And just remember this, that it's better to have imperfect action than perfect inaction. Because perfect inaction is nothing, it makes no sense. Just because you went slightly over or slightly under, maybe calories, maybe steps, it doesn't matter because we're close. We're closer than where we were before, we're closer than where we were yesterday. And therefore, in summary, you can't be mad at the results that you don't get for the work you didn't put in. Personally speaking, over these last 90 days, I wanted a sub 20-minute 5K run. Did I, and have I honestly, with critical reflection, done my sprint interval training? And have I done easy runs for the last 12 weeks? The answer is no. No, I haven't, because some weeks it missed, some weeks I just didn't really feel like it. It might have been raining, I didn't really know where I could do the distances, all that kind of stuff. It was windy. So if I don't get a sub 20-minute 5K run when I retest, I cannot be mad. And that's just the acceptance of reality. There's no point kicking myself that I didn't get it because I didn't put the work in. I think when we get that clued in and we figure out this 80% mindset, and it's 80% generally with most things, 80% nutrition, 80% mindset with everything, in business, in life, in relationships, all that kind of stuff. So ask yourself, like, how badly do you want something? And then we need to go and get it. Things aren't always going to be easy. When we're in the gym on our own, myself included, we tend to gravitate towards these things. That's fine. But it's that recognition of, okay, I'm now on my phone, I'm conscious of that, let's put it down, and let's get back to it. And it's that helps you to just move forward and lean into other things. You will get to where you need to be if you do the basics. Like, what do you do in dark? In the dark? What do you do in private? Like, you are what you repeatedly do. So, that being said, if you've got any questions, drop them below, or message me privately, no problem. But just keep asking yourself that. That's why we need to keep realigning as we get closer to goals, or where we overachieve and we get to where we need to be. Instead of taking the foot off the gas, we just realign and figure out what we need to do next. It might be body composition. It might be running. It might be you really fancy a 10K or a 5K or a row or a ski. Challenges will come up. Reality will come up. Let's not fight them. Let's just accept them, control the controllables, and just keep day by day making sure that your defaults have been raised from here to here, and therefore we're constantly making progress, or at least not going backwards. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Obviously, if you're not watching this over a weekend, then enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully see you soon.